We just got back from a test drive when I was driving this. What do we got? Ford Expedition. You can see it here. If you're driving highway speeds and you hit the brakes fairly hard and it pulls to the left really bad, so that's telling me that the left side brakes are actually working and the right side isn't working. That's what I'm getting. We got the thermal imaging camera here. Let's see how good a shot we can get here. Kind of hard to hold both of these, get in focus at the same time. Looks like about 128 degrees is the top temperature in that picture on the left front. Here we go to the right front. Like 109. Oh, it's kind of flickering around. We got the waste oil furnace blowing over here. You can see that thing. Like 398 degrees. So we'll pull the wheel. I'll pull the wheel off and we'll check this thing out. Well, look what we got here. Looks like it's metal to metal. On the outboard pad anyway. The inboard pad still. Oh, we can get a good shot in there. You can see the rubber boot for the calipers all dried and cracked. I'll have to tear it apart and see what failed on this. I'll take this spring clip off here. There we go. And then I've already removed these. There's little plastic plugs on the back of the slide pins. It appeared to be a 9mm hex head. My battery about dead. Need to get something with some more beans. Looks like it's the slide pin on the bottom one. Must have been stuck. How much easier this one just came out. didn't open it. Trusty old C-clamp. How many thousands of brake jobs I've done with the C-clamp. Seems about as far as that piston's gonna go in. I'll try this top one and see what it does. Looks like she's seen better days. I think the caliper's toast. Looks like I might have to dig further into this. I thought it was just going to be a caliper because you can see how the rubber boots are all torn up in there. I figured salt and everything got in there and messed up the caliper, but I made sure the hose is all laying in there straight and not kinked or twisted. And when I'm trying to push it in, I can't get it to move, but I'll show you another thing you can check. We're gonna loosen the bleeder up here. And then the pistons just go right in like they're supposed to. So that tells me the caliper's kind of okay. You know, I don't know if we can get new boots for it and rebuild that caliper, but that tells me that there's a restriction somewhere else. So we're going to have to look even further into it. After further inspection, what I found, there's this metal bracket that holds the brake hose. What happens a lot here in Iowa in the rust belt, you get rust build up down inside. You can see that big, and just knocked it out. But there's a big, all that rust builds up around that hose, and then it just puts like a pinch on the hose where then it won't let the fluid flow back and forth through there. Sometimes if you push the brake hard enough, it'll let it go in the caliper and squeeze, but then it won't let it release, and then it results in grinding up and burning up your brake pads prematurely. So I think since with the way those boots are on the pistons, unless we can get a rebuild kit, I think we're probably going to have to replace that caliper, and the right thing to do is replace this hose. I got it freed up. We took a pry bar and opened it up, and then the pistons pushed in nice and easy like they're supposed to, so I verified that that's the problem. But it'd probably be best to put a new hose on it if they have ones easily available, so we'll have to look it up and see. And then this rotor, we'll have to mic it and see if it's able to turn, or if it's best to just replace it. We'll see on the cost, because I know Napa raised the price up on resurfacing rotors, so a lot of times it's just a couple bucks more to get a whole new rotor.